So, let me get you in a turtle that way. So look, actually, go the other way. So look, remember from a turtle, we're getting the shitty hook right here, yeah? And here I'm setting up, yeah, the lockdown from here. In order to get into the truck, I can go backwards, I can go forward, backwards, but I have to extend this right here. So the key with this, whether you're from the bottom or any position, is that if you're, what locks it down is the leg that's hooking right here, and it has to wedge right in there. And now you keep your toes back, and you're pitching your knees, so his foot's locked down. If you have it here, it's not locked down, and it's loose. So what locks it, it's a combination of this, keep pinching, and your toes pulled back. Don't straighten the toes, because some guys have strong feet, and they can literally foot lock you. So and you pinch, so that my thighs are also, and my knees are controlling his legs, so nothing is loose. Because I don't want anything to be loose here, because I want it to be tight, so that I can actually begin to enter in different submissions, whether it be here or twist or whatever it may be. Okay? From the bottom, half guard. So let's say you're here, okay, and you kind of got past your knee shield right here. So if he is right about there, so that's a twister, not twister, that's the lockdown from the bottom. He can be flattening me out here, and I could be here. But look, left foot goes under, and then you just stretch him right here. Because now, the problem he has is that it's difficult for him to advance. Try to advance, okay? So from here, okay, what you can do is push him off to the side. You can make a space for an underhook here, and I still have this lockdown here. And I can, in reality, begin to come up and to get potentially into twisters from here, okay? But if you notice, his body went across. The key here is, again, it's really the bottom foot right here, because I've seen guys try to do a lockdown. This is from the inside out. This is what makes most sense here, okay? So as we're here, and he tries to flatten me out here. You hook it right about there. So now it's hard for him to actually, see how it torques his knee right there. So I gotta be careful here. Because if I keep straightening it, I can begin to really put a lot of twisting on that knee, which I don't wanna do, but it's still locked down, okay? So you have to be able to catch it to get the lockdown. I don't believe this one works nearly as well where you're here, and then you have this one here, although it does work. It's harder for me to turn onto my side from this one, the one that's going outside in, versus inside out. Because it makes more sense. From here, I have a half guard, okay? All you kind of need to do is feel where his foot is. If he's windshield wipering his foot inside, right here, and you can't catch it, you can always insert the knee shield. So as he begins to press forward, that right foot should typically go back so he has forward pressure. Yeah. If he doesn't, you get that knee shield here. If he's driving forward, oh. He keeps hiding it, so you have to go into knee shield. If he straightens it, then you catch it like so. If he's hiding it, go to knee shield and create the space. Because all I want to do here is just create space. Once you catch the actual lockdown here, take the head and push it across, so you kind of lift, okay? And you can come up already to basically a back take and an underhook. But you have to catch it. That's really the key. So what we're gonna do is just gonna play with the actual lockdown. Because from here, so let's say he's got half guard. and he's fighting me up here, right here. So that was a lot easier to catch when you're more on your side, and he's kind of going for it. So you're here, and he doesn't really suspect it. Right here, and it's that bottom foot, this one, locks in there, right here, and then take the head, push it across. He can keep an underhook, but you can create space right here so that you can begin to get an underhook here. If you get that underhook, I mean, in all reality, you can go to his back, you can begin to sit up to attack the different truck entries, you can begin to go for twister, and you know, you already have a good position here. All right, so once again, just one. Maybe he has double underhooks, okay, and he's driving forward. Here, and stretch it out. See how it torques the knee? So even here, you potentially can take him over this way here. Now you see that leg right there.
Ham sandwich.
That's, I believe, an electric chair. You could do it also this way too. Watch, I'll do it from a different angle. Here. He's driving forward. And yeah, right here. Look. What'd you feel there?
Horrible calf
Flexion? Yeah, well, listen, calf flexor it is. Okay, but the whole point is, you get that lockdown. Here, framing, you're here, turn, scoop underneath. So it's almost like, it's easier to turn to the side. So if I'm here and he's got an underhook, okay, just start turning to your right side with this here, okay, and then scoop underneath the foot with the left one. And straighten out that right one. Now you're here. Now just straighten yourself out and then see where they can go. Where would you be able to go from here? It's tough. Okay. Maybe. Okay, so let's play with that lockdown. Yeah.
When you're locking somebody down, are your knees or ankles compromised to one of their explosive movements? Is there any risk?
Yes, they are. If you have a weak lockdown and then they try to escape by kicking their leg back, if your legs are not tight, you could twist something on your end because you're so locked in there that his extension could pop a foot. It's happened to me where I lock it down and then I forget who it was, and then they just extended that leg and I felt it because this foot wasn't properly locked in and it torqued my top foot. Okay, so one more time. Over here. Yes, and I want to just extend in here. So I see drops down here. Let's say I'm already late here. All you need is this right here. From here, look, if just play with it like this. You're flat on your back, okay? But it's this right foot that's extending right there. You feel that right there? Because if I extend this one, it doesn't really do much. And I don't want to straighten out and lock my knees completely out. I want to do like, they're still bent. My thighs are like you flex your thighs, and it's this foot that drives forward. You feel that, David? So here, if I just push his head to the left, you're able to potentially tilt him out that way. And then here you have, this is the lockdown just from that side here. And then you pass, okay? But just play with that lockdown so that you can get the lockdown and go flat on your back. You're here, turn. I go flat on my back and extend the right foot. Oops, sorry. Okay. Now look, David, go to your left, go to your right. Look, he literally can't. Okay. It's very, very difficult. Now from here, you know already what happens to the left. Or I could just begin to move my knees to the left, he'll fall. Okay. But then to move to the right, just take the head, palm the side of his head this way here. You have this. I always go for the leg, because to defend extend the leg, he uses his arm, his left arm. And now from here, from this twister, what I do is this. I lean back, but see how he's on top of me? So what I do is I pull him in, and then I extend and I sit up. So that locks it, because I can feel my right hip on his hip. Now he's not getting back on top of me from here. And I can just post this up and then begin to crank it. I don't even go for the twister. The twister would be here. Sometimes when you're sitting here, they don't even know what to do, and then he'll take this hand and he'll hug my head. Then I'll hug his head. Okay. But get that twister and just play with it, because look, you want the back, you're here, right? You want the twister, or not twister, the lockdown, you're here from the lockdown. So it goes from back to the hip lock, the thigh lock, and when I get this right here, I always scoop underneath, because I will typically find that foot and extend it. So now we have it from here. Okay? But as he goes down his knees, as he gets a right arm hook, he flattens me out, and now we're back into the same position here. So it's that right foot. It's this foot that extends right there. Yeah, see how it shifts him? So here, push him to the left, push him to the right. Look, I can begin to attack this. Most likely he'll move it over. You have this right from there. So you have a lot of stuff. You go back to that. All kinds of stuff. All right, let's play with that lockdown. 1, 2, 3. Just be careful with it. Feel the mechanics of the technique. Chris, you can do all this.